Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Stretch Yourself podcast, folks. Oh, gotta get that adjusted. I'm Jerry Chandler. I'm your host. Thank you for being here today. Nebby was interested in the pod, and then as soon as I started talking, she said, No, I'm not. And I'm going to probably open the door and leave now. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is the podcast where we stretch ourselves and we learn something about it along the way. Thank you for, I already said thank you for being here. I'll just get into it. I'm out. It's late. Fucking Tuesday. It's late. Getting the pod done. Because that's what gangsters do, bro. You know what I'm saying? We recorded on Monday, and I've been pushing hard lately. Been doing a lot of stuff. Let me just catch you guys up on a couple of things that have been happening. Tonight, I went to New Talent Night tonight, and got on the standby list. And guess what? Your boy made it onto the list. So I ended up doing a B set tonight. Probably my, B sets, I want to say like 6 or 7. Could be 8 or 9, but I don't know. It feels like sixth or seventh time I've done a B set at Comedy Works. They brought me on from standby list, and then they put me up first. No complaints here. I was not expecting to get up tonight, and then I wasn't expecting to go first. So from the moment the list goes out, I had about 7 to 10 minutes to prepare myself to do the set, and I'll be honest, I wasn't that prepared, but I feel like I handled it professionally, and I basically did my opening 4 or 5. Did my opening 4 or 5 minutes. 4, technically 4. I did my opening, did a bunch of jokes from my opening of my set, did 4 minutes, and it didn't feel like, I was a little bit nervous, but like it felt productive. You know, it felt like I was there to work, and my notes were good, and I walked away tonight thinking like, okay, I'm feeling like I'm being built up. I'm feeling like tonight felt like, hey, it was fine. You didn't crush as hard as maybe you could have, but you did your time and you went first and bit the bullet. So keep at it, So that's what I did tonight. And then there was an open mic that I was able to swing by and jump on as soon as there was another moment where, so I showed up to the open mic. It's right around the corner. It's a brand new open mic. And my buddy Pat, shout out Pat Trujillo, signed me up. I appreciate him for doing that. And when I got there, like I didn't realize I was like up in 2. So like he was going to go up and then I was going to go up. And so I show up, he's on stage, and I'm just standing in the back, and then the host calls my name up. And so I go up, I do 2 jokes. They felt good. I felt like I had fun. I was only up there for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. But I did 2 jokes that I've been working on, and it felt good just to like get off strong, give some time back to the room. Didn't mind that at all. But two sets tonight where I was like, oh, like a little bit ill prepared, but I took care of myself today. Like before I left today, I tried to get a lot of work done so that I felt, I wasn't thinking about that when I showed back up to work, or when I showed up to the show tonight. And then I went and got my pre-show hot dog at 7-Eleven, my little ritualistic hot dog, and I always enjoy doing that. But I didn't smash like I wanted to, and I was looking at my jokes and I was like, fuck, like if I was trying to smash tonight, and like the energy was weird in the room. Like anybody, a lot of another comic validated me tonight on that, who's a pro, and was like, yeah, they were a little bit slow to start, and I feel like there was like 10 or 15 laughers that were carrying the room, which I felt that way as well. And I don't think there's any one thing to attribute that to. I don't know what was going on, but it was a bit of an off night. It felt weird. It felt like a smaller crowd, and it felt like there was a weird energy in the room, just different. It felt different. There was less anticipation, and people were less eager to laugh tonight, was my personal take on it. But what that kind of gave me was like, we just gotta work hard. Oh, well, what I was looking at my sets, and I was looking at my jokes, and I was like, man, like if I wanted to come out and just like crush with tonight's crowd, I would have had to do my closers and do my strongest bits. But like, I don't know if, and it just made me look at my act and like kind of reevaluate and go like, man, like I think only maybe 5% of this is really strong and really good. And that's not necessarily true in all contexts, because you can like I have done 20 minutes and it felt good and I felt like I was doing well. I just feel like I'm maybe not as strong as I could be. And the key to that, I think, is consistently writing and staying on top of, spending time with my material, which brings me to my next item of business, which is the calendar. And the we've all, this third week that I've been showing you guys this, bad week, very bad week. I spent 2 nights, Wednesday and Thursday, or 2 days, either, spending time with the material or listening to my set. And today is Tuesday, and I have not revisited the material. I'm not super happy with that, but that's just the name of the game, right? This is a marathon game, and I don't anticipate that I'm going to make big strides quickly, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. So I'm going to do better. I'm always striving to try to be better, and that's what we're here for. That's what this is all about. And sometimes I feel like there's just a couple of small things. I don't know. I believe this for a lot of things is like you can. I feel like there's a couple of small habits that I can change that will significantly impact over time. It doesn't always set in right away. Nothing sets in right away. You gotta incorporate small habits over time, and then that's what changes your mindset, and that's what changes your decision-making process and the outcomes of things, because you were consistently there planning and progressing in the background until there's an entire foundation ready to be built on. And you can do that at any time. There's no timeline, and there's no rules for when and nobody's going to give you permission to just jump in and just start working. Okay? So that's where my head is at right now. So that's the plan, and that's what my promise to you guys is that I'm going to do better. So Easter was this week. I hope you guys had a good Easter. Mine was good. I went and spent some time with the fam, which is always good. And didn't get to play any board games. I get it. Like, okay, we gotta go to we gotta go to my parents' house in Greeley. It's an hour away for a lot of us. So everyone's gotta go home early, and it's just like, fine, but we gotta have more stuff early. Like I can't say that because I got there super late. It was fun. It was fine. We went to the park with the boys, Bear and Indy, the two doggos, and it was nice that we took Indy and we went to the park and we ran around. And my uncle brought lightsabers, so we were fucking lightsabering. Yeah, just a very enjoyable time. I posted a reel that was old that I posted only on TikTok like a long time ago. It was a reel about Jesus rising from the dead, and I recorded it at a church. Shout out Mosaic Church, and I was glad that I just did it. I was a little bit like tonight performing at New Talent Night and posting that reel on Sunday felt very like business, like, just showing up, doing the job, and getting it done, and going home, and going about my business, going about my day. And the reason why I'm interested in that and want to highlight that is because, like, it doesn't always feel that way. Sometimes it feels like I'm very like, oh fuck, like, this is it, like, this is the moment, and I'm nervous, and I'm like kind of like, romanticizing the moment a little bit, and I'm overthinking a lot of things, and I'm worried about other people's opinions for a lot of it. But these two moments just felt like I was just doing it to move the needle, and that's a big step, and I feel like that's a big shift in how I conduct myself. And I feel like a lot of comedians kind of break through that sometimes, where it's just like, all right, this is no longer, it still is, like, it's still magical, it's still fun, like, I'm still up there to have a good time, but I'm showing up and I'm approaching it like a sport, where it's like I'm going for the championship. Like, there's no time to fuck around. This is no time to make light of the goals that we've been putting time into and striving for so long. So, I'm tired. I'm getting tired. Stay strong. Stay focused. Folks, last weekend on Saturday, I visited the Pallet City pop-up and had a very nice time taking photos for Garrett Nygren in Pallet City. He's having another one this Saturday, April 26th, I believe. I have a calendar right here. Yes, it's the 26th. It's at Spilt Milk Studios in Denver on Santa Fe. So please go check that out. It's all day starting at 1 p.m. You can show up, buy some merch, buy some little, Garrett makes these nice little hand-painted postcards that are very cute and precious. And he's got a couple of t-shirts and hoodies for sale there. Nick Maloof is also selling some drawings, and I'm going to be taking some free headshots. So it's a very collaborative effort over there at Spilt Milk Studios. So please come by anytime. Check it out. I went on Saturday and it was super fun. There was an open mic at one point, kind of just a part of the event. There was a live DJ set. There was a live band set. It was a very fun time. So please come check that out and let me know if you want a headshot. Folks, that's all of the things I have for you today. Go see Stella's this Thursday on April 24th. Patrick Richardson is headlining, and if you're in Casper, Wyoming, please buy a ticket to Best Stelling in May, because your boy is going to be hosting for her. And right now there's talks of the agent kind of wants to cancel the shows unless we can sell more tickets. Like, it's very hard to sell somebody on a day of sale market. So please, if you're in Casper, Wyoming, or anywhere near there, if you can drive there, please buy a ticket. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm going to be hosting. It's a very big deal for me. So I really, 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 like, it's so lucky that I even am getting this opportunity. So please buy a ticket and come see a show in Casper, Wyoming. It's so far away, but I believe in you. You can do it. Without further ado, folks, let's bring in, let's introduce our guest for today. He tie-dyed this t-shirt that I'm wearing today. It's got my cat Nebula on it. This is my Raspberry Cat t-shirt, and he tie-dyed it for me, so it's a nice little cool collab with his account, Sick and Tied Shirts on Instagram. Our guest today is a comedian. He is a producer. He's an actor. He's an all-around fabulous man. He's a rollerblader. He's full of pizzazz. He's full of finesse, and he's full of enthusiasm. And I was so excited that I got the opportunity to sit down with him today. So please, everyone, help me welcome Mr. Jojo Pride.
Stretch yourself. That's cool. Yeah. About to spit some fire in the booth.
Yeah.
Okay, we're spitting fire.
Do you do any music? Do you freestyle?
Inferno. Firebolts. Firebolts. Inferno. Lava.
Really hot.
Fucking.
I do that. Really hot.
Super hot. Fire.
Ooh. I burned myself.
Damn, my legs.
My legs, they burn.
I just came.
I spilled coffee all over me.
Not the tea. What you think is hotter, hot coffee, or hot tea?
Dude, I think hot tea probably. If I had to guess, because tea, like you bring it to a boil typically.
Right.
And hot coffee's hot. Don't get me wrong, but
like you want to.
I don't feel like
tea,
it's always crazy hot.
Yeah, like tea doesn't, or coffee doesn't have like that, like it don't be whistling. It just gives you a beat.
Right. Yeah. Tea will whistle when it's ready. Yeah, that means it's really hot.
yeah, it blows a whistle. Shout out my nigga, Little Too Short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shout out T. Shout out my nigga Jabbar.
Yeah, Jabbar. Hell yeah.
Not Jublar, Jabbar.
Oh, Jabbar.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Everybody thinks it's Jublar, bro.
Yeah.
It's Jabbar.
Just because he's he's around us.
Yeah,
he's the only other guy I know.
The names are
like
very equal for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, dude, you are.
Dude, yeah. Thank you for the shirt.
Yes.
I'll zoom in on that. That's some of JoJo's work. You can check it out. Sick and Tied.
Sick and
Got it
Tied,
on, repping it over here.
Yes, sir.
That looks really good, dude.
Thanks, bro.
How did you make this?
I did there's a certain type of dye, so there's like different type of like ways to tie dye things. So I did like a pretty sure I did a how did I do this? I think I did it's like a muck tie dye. It's like so basically you use ice to tie it. Dye.
Shit.
So I tie it up in little bundles. I forget like that style, but like just scrunch it up and then like tie it around until it's just a big old thing of just tied up bundles.
Yeah.
And then you just put like the dye on it. And I sprinkle the dye on it and then put soda ash over it and then put some ice on it and then
what's soda ash?
Soda ash, or soda ass I like to call it, is it's basically it's a type of component or element to make things more make it more colorful, basically.
Okay.
Make
it's like a chemical thing that happens.
Yeah, it makes the colors of the dye. It makes the dyes pop out more.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. So say if I were to wash this, it will still be more intact.
I see. Yeah.
So
it's more baked in.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of just using the and you kind of need it to. I usually soak it in soda ash.
Okay.
Or if to make I would soak this in soda ash and then tie dye it.
Yeah.
Put the dye on it to make it really stick and really stay on
there. Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
damn. So you can get all that at the grocery store or something, or
no? Mean, you can get it at the grocery store.
Do you have to order it or something?
Yeah, I usually order it.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually order it online. Dharma Trading, shout out. But yeah, order it down there and then freaking just get it on popping.
Where'd you get the shirt from?
So usually I go to either a Goodwill. And I go to Goodwill, most likely the bins, because the bins is where you can get a lot of the sauce from. You can find that's where just a lot of saucy ass things are.
Where?
So, the Goodwill bins, Goodwill.
Oh,
outlet.
the bins.
The bins, yeah, they call it the bins. This shit is a crazy place, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's wild. People be fighting over fucking shirts and stuff, bro. It's wild. Yeah, it's and it gets it low key you gotta once because they have like different like have like a whole section of bins of like clothes, right? And like people can like go up to it, but like when they're bringing a new one out, they make everybody like stand behind this line.
Oh, wow.
And then like once like they bring it in, they have like a wait, ready, go, and it's just like
Really? They do that?
it's crazy, bro. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I'm like,
That
what the
seems
fuck
kind of chaotic.
it can be. I've been like low key, like you know, you gotta find your shit fast, or else somebody will grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It's like you gotta have your head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild.
Like
But it's
Black Friday type stuff.
yeah. So yeah, I get my stuff from there, and then like I usually like I get it from there, and then like I'll bring it home and like boil the clothes because this shit's nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I'll boil them,
Okay.
make sure it's boiled, make sure it's nice and clean, and then yeah, I'll dump it in some soda ash, and then make sure it's good and soaked in
You
that.
got this at Goodwill?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
bro.
just white before, or like
Yeah,
was it?
like it was mostly white.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's a good find.
Yeah,
A
man.
nice quilted shirt like that.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you,
Damn.
that Goodwill be having some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you stick the brand on it yourself too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good old sick and tired. Yep.
Where? How did you stick the logo on there? How did you
Usually-
make that?
So I usually just use a heat press.
You have a heat press?
Yeah.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good old fashioned heat press for it. And shout out Rigo. My man from Lions there. He did the design. Man,
Okay.
Rigo did the design.
Hell yeah! Shout out Rigo, dude.
Shout out
That's
Rigo.
sick,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But yeah, man.
Dude, what do you think keeps you motivated or like fuels your creativity like that? Like to go out and find some cool stuff at Goodwill and like what speaks to you? Like what gets you up in the morning?
I mean, bro, so many things. Mainly like I say like just to keep a creative mind, you know what I'm saying? Especially as an artist, I view myself as like an artist and like more in the world of performing, but like you know like to have like different areas of art. Like I work in like 3 different like worlds. I'd say like where there's acting, comedy, and like
Yeah, you do a lot. Here,
Yeah.
pull that mic a little bit closer to you. This can like kind of move too, like this if you need to.
Is that gravy?
Yeah, that's gravy.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, bro.
So you said acting, comedy, and what was the third one?
What is the third one? Acting, comedy, and DJing. Yeah.
DJ. Okay, well, yeah, I saw you brought a board with you, dude.
Yeah. Have it on board. Have it on deck with me.
And you do that, and you make your own clothes and stuff too. It's pretty
man.
sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm just
You do it all.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. It's like I'm wanting to be able to like do like the best I can within each like world that I'm in. It's just I'm wanting to perfect each one and just giving the time that I need to in each one. So like with comedy, like I'm putting more of my like eggs in the comedy basket.
Sure,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Still dividing the eggs and making sure they're
Right.
all all like
You got a
separate,
diverse portfolio.
Exactly.
A diverse
yeah.
investment portfolio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and like I'm making sure like I can like especially with like my like tie-dye business, it's a little bit tough. Like I haven't made it like an official LLC, but I just want to be able to like get into the groove of like having like something consistent and like having a consistent product to where I can be able to put it out and like it's reliable and it's just like,
Yeah.
somebody can like pick it up. But what keeps me like motivated, I don't know, man. Just like there's always every day is like a new opportunity to create some stuff and put something out in the world, and like with comedy, it's like, I mean, I remember hearing it from some podcast somewhere. Somebody said something. It wasn't me, but like you only get like so much time on stage, and that's your practice. You get 5 to like 10 minutes, top 5, like up to 5 to maybe 7 minutes on stage to just practice your material.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like as an actor, like to practice like a whole script, like you have like weeks or months to practice that. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
Yeah.
But like when you're like, and that's a whole act in itself.
Yeah.
But like doing comedy, like I think there's a beauty in that because that's just like all you. You know what I mean? It's like it's boxing. So like it's like I treat the like open mics like a freaking like a gym. You know what I'm saying? Like working your punches and working what works and what doesn't. And like people would know like, oh, he's about to do this one, or like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Oh, y'all seen this? Oh,
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And like I try to perfect it, bro.
Yeah,
You know what
totally.
I'm saying? Everybody's
I like
and,
that mindset.
yeah, essentially like you want to be able to like get that special move down.
Do you think comedy is something that can be perfected?
Can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like there's not really yes and no because like I think there's like jokes that can be like a perfected joke, but then like that joke like once it's perfected, then you kind of need to just move on from it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like there's like you can't really come back to it. You have to like put it out officially out. You know what I mean? Like because there's a reason why like everybody's trying like I don't know how you can perfect a joke.
Hmm.
You know, you could do it. It's doable, and you can like, and you know, you could like record it and have it on tape,
Right.
and like, but then it's just that, and like, okay, boom, what's next? You know, I think it's like
Sure.
life,
Yeah.
like it's always like finding the
Yeah.
joke within life. You know,
Yeah.
like
Because
oh
comedy's very like fluid. Like
yeah,
acting's like there's because like when I think about like yeah, you only get a certain amount of time on stage, but I also think about like everything that goes into that time on stage. Like
uh huh,
you're bringing the you that you are to the
mm-hmm,
stage, and that like you're constantly changing and evolving. So like
mm-hmm,
I think that's one of the angles about comedy that's unique is that it's not just the time you're on stage. It's not just the time that you're writing. It's also how you evolve as a person, and
right,
sometimes that can make you a better comedian. You could be telling the same jokes,
mm-hmm, oh
but
yeah,
the way you deliver them could be different, and like all that goes into
mm-hmm,
being an actor as well. But you're right, like there is like a set. It's like this is how it's written. This is the setting that I'll be,
mm-hmm,
performing it in.
right, uh
So
huh,
it's a little bit more constricting, but
mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're very similar in that way, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I think for comedy to like it's just so many different layers to it.
Yeah,
Especially like as far as like, you know, being in the room, like there can be people who we know about and then people who we have no idea about who are absolute crushers. But like the reason we don't know about them because like they don't necessarily market themselves
that's
properly.
a key
You know what
part
I
of it.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and like, you know, I think like that's another like element and layer of comedy like, you know, somebody can work a room like some like we all know the like main people like you know the Dave Chappelles and like the like Tony Hinchcliffes or whatever. Those
sure.
big names, you know what I'm
Big
saying?
mainstream people.
Big mainstream people, but like
Yeah,
you know the people like there aren't necessarily the undercard. I'd say like would need that credit too. And like the reason why I think that it's just the different levels of it of like what's important. Like you know, like they don't like some people don't need to have like people. Some people live more in the moment and aren't worried about getting
sure,
it on like film or whatever.
sure.
So I don't know. I don't think it can be perfected necessarily. I think it's something. It's a constant like process of work. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
Yeah,
Like because
100%.
then like also like the crowd with for instance
Yeah,
like
crowds change too.
yeah dude
Yeah.
crowds one crowd can be a fucking great crowd. One crowd could suck absolute donkey
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
So like you know like and that's ass. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm like and it's just I it's something that I think just you're just finding more and more each day. So like no, I don't think can be perfected. However, I think there can be a flow that's perfected. Like
Okay, yeah.
I feel like and like it's just a never ending struggle. But like you know it's something you're always working to perfect.
Yeah, 100%. I
Mhm.
like yeah, like the flow part can like
Mhm.
how you
Mhm.
flow with your material, how you flow with the crowd
Mhm.
and how you carry yourself, how you what your routine or process is for
Mhm.
churning out good material,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
and
doubt. Yeah.
continuing to evolve. Like I think the best comics I know are always changing and evolving,
Right.
They don't get stuck in
Right.
one spot.
Yeah,
And
no, if you get stuck, you get lost. I
yeah,
think, yeah,
totally.
yeah, for sure. Like, nah, like, there's always a joke to be told, a joke to be said.
Yeah.
With that, whether it's be in the moment, whether it be in the morning where, you know, I fucking dropped my soap and I got a little scared. But I'm like, oh, I'm in my
Yeah.
shower by myself, you know? What the fuck am
Yeah.
I scared for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like just like little things like that, you know? It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just like there's no room for to settle. That's the beauty of it. Like, you know, you're always fighting. You're always in the pocket. And I feel like, you know, I feel like comics are like MCs. Like they're like MCs as far as like I kind of relate it to hip hop,
Mhm.
like the MC,
Mhm.
like master of the ceremonies. So like I feel like you know there's always gonna be work to be done. You're always you know you're always gonna be in your rhyme book or joke book. You're
Right.
always working on
Yeah, totally.
certain rhymes, and say they might be necessarily and be outdated, but or like they might be like in your own realm, but you can still like be able to bring your flavor from your time and your era to
Mhm.
the present time, which
Mhm.
is hard to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
100%.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and you're one of those people that I always see writing. You're always like in your
Hmm.
book, like
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
at like the Lions Lair or something. Like you're
yeah,
or every time I see you, dude, you got your book and you're like you're looking down at it and you're working, and then you look up and you see somebody and you dap them up, and then you're right back into
yeah,
it, dude.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
always trying to perfect, and like it's yes, just gotta keep my nose in my book, just like I'm fucking like a librarian,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Does that help your process, and does that
a
keep you
little
moving
bit.
forward?
Yeah, for sure. Like it helps me like kind of like tighten up on my stuff, like just like cut away the fat,
Yeah.
and
That's
just
huge.
yeah, just
Yeah.
making always cutting away the fat and always like you know just finding like what can be new and like how can I make this work? Just like I think that's the freaking struggle of as a comedian. Like you always gotta find something new. Like I have old jokes that I could like pull up that I know will work, but at the same time it's just like oh that like they've heard this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Especially at open mics, like and it's open micing and shows. I'm starting to like realize like I'm 3 years in. I'm starting to like realize the difference between the two. And kind of like realizing like okay, I can do this out by open mic and fuck around and kind of like
Yeah.
riff a room there.
Yeah.
But like like how am I going to be able to solidify it in a show?
Right, yeah, and it's nice to
Yeah.
have that's kind of like a luxury you gain as you mature in comedy because
Mhm.
like you can like you have like okay, this is the tight stuff that I know works.
Right.
I bring that to the show. And
Yeah.
then really like I mean I fall into the same mindset where it's like I'm going to the mics, I'm going there to work on stuff that needs to be worked on,
Mhm.
like I'm not trying to like
Mhm.
do jokes that I know have hit
Right.
before in whatever spaces because those are showcase material that I'm not trying to make those tired. Like
Right.
I'm
Right.
trying to work
Right.
on some new shit or some old shit that like maybe isn't as strong or
Mhm.
something. I'm
Like see
bringing
if it
something
works.
to the
Yeah.
tailor. Yeah.
Yeah, bring it back. Like see if it like see how remember how it works or something. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of what I
Yeah.
sometimes do.
But when you're new, like you kind of only got what you got and you got
Yeah, I
to
gotta
you
work
just
what
got
you
to bring it.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
You got
real.
to bring that to the mics.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
Yeah.
for real,
Would
for
you
real.
you do your writing in your books and then like you roller skate everywhere.
Uh-huh.
You you're very eclectic. You got a lot of
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
things going on. Like does that all kind of like what are some other things that you do that kind of stimulates you a little bit creatively?
Shit, jerk off a lot. So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do that. Never, ever, dude. No, me? Are you kidding me?
No,
No,
dude,
never,
no.
bro. It's not for me, bro. I don't know, man. Like, I just like to just kick it. But also like, I mean, I like to just be able to go in spaces where I'm not really used to, like, and like kind of just be.
Yeah.
Like if I'm invited to something that like I'm a little I like to like challenge myself to be in a space that I'm like I know I don't necessarily want to be in, but like really just step out of my comfort zone. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, oh man, like I'm not like my friend invited me to this like this party or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, this does not sound like it's cool, but why not? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Well,
Mhm.
why not? The biggest
Yeah.
like why not? I think Russell Westbrook he had a quote was like why not? You know what I mean? And that's kind of just one of the quotes like I would like why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Why not do it? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why like I understand like I want to be in my comfort zone, which is it's
It's
important to be
nice.
comfortable, but also at the same
Yeah.
time like I think it's important to stretch that. You know what I'm saying? Stretch yourself. You
That's right.
feel me? Yeah,
That's what
stretch
we're here to
yourself.
do,
Yeah,
baby.
for real. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro. But yeah, like I like to go and like uh I mean, I don't. I mean, honestly, don't do much. But I mean, I'm always like open to do more things, like other than comedy and like being out and about. Like,
Yeah, totally.
yeah. I mean, I'm like, I'm working on just working on what it looks like to be able to create like my own little thing. You know what I mean? And like, but that also like takes the time of me like watching movies that like I probably wouldn't want to watch or like
Sure.
or just
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
taking time to like really put my mind into something that I wasn't really hip to and like getting hip to new things.
Yeah.
Especially with the like technology that we have that's available to us. Like it's just important to really you know uh opened my mind to like different type of areas. Like I have so much homework to like. I have a whole list like within my phone of just like when people tell me something, I'm like, oh, okay, but and I write it down,
Smart.
and then like, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna be sure to check that out, and it's just called homework, like literally just homework.
I
To
like that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like it's like the other day, someone was telling me about a movie that I had to watch called Baps. It's called
Okay.
Baps. Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
a
fun.
Halle Berry movie. Yeah,
Oh
it's called
wow.
Baps, and like we were relating it to bidets. I just got a bidet. My shit is getting real now.
Oh
Man.
shit,
My gosh, bro.
leveling up,
I'm
bro.
so excited, bro. I'm so excited.
Shit, you just
Yeah,
got it?
bro, literally installed it myself. I feel so
Oh,
like
no
such a
way.
big boy, nigga. Like nigga, my ass about to be
Hell yeah.
shit's about to be real.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what I'm saying, just like, and then like, we were talking about that, and then like he introduced me to Baps, which is like a whole different era of like, and that made me realize like I didn't really watch a lot of like '90s movies.
Sure, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know like the classics, but like like the '90s movies that was in that era. Like I feel like right now, like with like each era of like movies, like there's the big movies that people know, but like not the undercard movies.
Yeah,
You know what
100%.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody knows Pineapple Express, but not a lot of people know about like I mean, like as far as stoner movies, like everybody knows that one, but not a lot of people know about like oh, I'm trying to think of like a underrated stoner movie.
An underrated stoner movie?
Like I guess Mac and Devin Go to High School. You ever heard of that?
Uh-uh.
You haven't heard of Mac and Devin Go to
I
High
don't
School,
think so.
nigga? Oh my god. So yeah, that's a
Yeah,
perfect example.
exactly, yeah.
That was the movie with like Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg.
Okay, word.
Yeah, so
Hell
Snoop
yeah.
Dogg,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, so maybe okay,
Yeah,
maybe
like,
I have heard about it.
It was
I just haven't
it's
seen
based off like the album like So What We Get Drunk.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
So yeah, it was about, so there's a movie called Mac and Devin Go to High School.
Got you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of people know about one of those many stoner movies, but like yeah, that was like in its time when it came out, fucking incredible. Like it had fucking two of the best like stoner rappers and hip hop heads like
Of our generation.
yeah, right. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So, like I think like yeah, it's just I'm like wanting to explore like different eras of that, like the of the time, like when it came out, like how much of the hype it was at the time. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't necessarily a big timestamp to where like, oh yeah, I know that movie. It reminds me of this time. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
But,
totally.
like, yeah, just like kind of like
Yeah, more people. Yeah. Also, like we're both pretty young, you know.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
like I was born in '96. So like when people like are like, you haven't seen this movie from the '90s, I'm like, I was
Right.
barely born.
Yeah, bro. I was
Like,
fucking one. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck I look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just come out the womb. Watch this.
Yeah, yeah. Hurry! You gotta get your you gotta get your education on.
Yeah.
People are gonna ask you about this one day.
My dad had it playing on the movie. Yeah.
Hey.
Look at this. Yeah.
Were your parents like? Did they show you a lot of movies growing up, or like, did you get to watch a lot of
Kinda.
movies and stuff?
I don't know. My dad was like very like Christian. Like he wouldn't.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I asked because like so were
Yeah.
my parents. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have a whole joke about it. Yeah, where it's like I didn't get to see a lot of cool shit. you
Yeah,
know?
no, yeah. Like there'd be times like we would be in the middle watching a movie and like a sex scene comes on. It's like, oh, close your eyes, get under the
Yeah.
covers.
Yeah, we would
You
do
know
that
what I mean?
or fast forward.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's-
gosh,
yeah,
my
I
parents
that.
hated when that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it was crazy because I was literally just watching it like a movie like that with my mom the other day. And I was kind of like, I was looking at it and I was looking at my mom. It's kind of weird. It's awkward.
It
dude.
is, yeah, because you're
Yeah.
just both just sitting there in silence, like,
Yeah. You see them fucking
you
too?
seeing this?
You see that? You see them fucking right there? Yeah.
You kind of want to, not even because like
Yeah.
it's inappropriate, just because it's like uncomfortable
Yeah.
with your parents, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm at that point with my like parents where we're good, we're at a good comfort. Well, me and my mom, we're at a good comfort with like each other. Like I'm working on that with my dad,
For sure.
but like he's very Christian. He's very he's like and like
Are you still together?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, they're not.
Oh, okay.
But like nah, they divorced a long time ago. But like they but my dad's like in a different world and my mom's like in a different world. So like he's down in like Georgia, my mom's here.
For sure.
Yeah, that's just kind of the dynamic.
Yeah.
It's kind of two different worlds. Like it's like Georgia's like the South.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like
Yeah.
just like different.
We like, I mean, our country's so big.
Mhm.
and like there's definitely like it's almost like we have 4 different countries or 5.
Yeah, it's
like all
split.
kind of put together. Like
Yeah.
if you put us up against Europe, like
Yeah.
Europe would have divided our country into 5 different countries.
Yeah,
or, you know
facts.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, like we're like I don't even know. I'd say we're the West Coast, like as far as Denver's concerned, or like Colorado's concerned.
We do share a lot of similarities with the West Coast.
And
yeah, like you can kind of lump like Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and us kind of all together in the same category.
Sure. Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say like because I speak dude, bro. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, dude. Like it's not even a fucking.
I was just talking about that with Pat. How like one of his bosses said that he's like, so you smoke weed, right? And like Pat's like, no, I don't. And he's just like, come on, man. You've called me dude 5 times in this conversation. It's like, wow, I didn't realize that like that's not a thing in other places. Like I just call everyone dude. I call everyone bro.
It's neutral. Yeah.
Yeah. That's that snowboard culture here, man.
Facts,
like,
bro. Yeah. Because I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude.
Exactly. Yeah, we're all dudes.
Thank God, bro.
Yeah.
Like and sometimes I was like on the back of like I was riding my rollerblades with my ex-girlfriend, and like she was she had a scooter, and like somebody was like next to us on a bike.
Yeah.
And like she was black, so like and then like I was talking to this other dude, and like my whole like accent changed. We were talking about the weather. I'm like, yeah, dude, you see this freaking overcast, bro? This is fucking so different, man. And like, and she was just like, why do you talk like that? Why'd your whole demeanor change? I'm like, and I didn't even notice it until she pointed it out. I'm like, whoa, this is some Denver shit. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
I just speak fluent dude, bro.
That's so funny.
It's wild. It's so. It's,
you saw a Colorado guy on a bike, and you're just like your instincts kicked in.
Yeah,
your bro instincts.
Yeah. It's like just flipped it around, you know. And also just like I think skater culture is also just kind of like
totally
so, like, neutral. Like it's like
yeah, it's neutral.
Dude.
Yeah, it's very inclusive.
Right. Because anybody could do it. You know what I'm saying? And
totally.
I don't think it's not very anybody like it's not discriminatory.
Yeah, no one's gatekeeping the skater snowboarding dude bro culture.
Yeah. Everybody has a name for it, whether it be like offensive or not. Like I don't like when people call me fruit booter. That's a little bit like a slur. Not really a slur.
What does that mean?
A fruit booter? You ever heard of that? Fruit booter?
No.
It's just basically like someone saying like, oh, you rollers, you're gay.
Oh.
You gay roller skating.
Yeah. Okay.
F word. But no, not really. But yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's just like it's not necessarily a slur. I want to as far as saying that.
It kind of sounds like one. For
yeah,
sure,
but it's just like especially the ER. Anything with the ER.
Yeah.
You know, the ER after anything.
I mean, and just the tone of it.
Yeah, you freaking fruit booter.
Yeah, those people just they're so sad. They wish they could rollerblade, but they feel like it'll challenge
you
their
fucking
masculinity.
nerds.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Sorry.
With respect and consent, nigga.
Yeah. Damn straight.
But the shout out skater culture and
totally.
Bros, indeed.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta turn on my do not disturb.
No, I feel you, bro.
My
chat's blowing up right now. But you are, bro.
Yeah, dude. What are some of your biggest turning points or milestones for you creatively, or just ever?
I think when I was able to hit 15 on stage.
Okay, word. Yeah, is that the longest you've done? 15?
I've done like.
Or have you done more since then?
I think I've done a good 20, maybe 25, but like a good solid like 15.
For sure.
That felt good because it was just like, oh wow, I really did something, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Like really.
That's such a breakthrough moment when you start getting into 15s, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's a different bracket.
It's a different bracket for sure.
Because now I got like 5 is just like that's low key cheese, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, but like 15 is just like okay, that gives me enough time to stretch. Because even 5, I don't feel like 5 is just not enough to really get it all out. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. 5 is like you gotta like show up with intent and like
and like this is the joke I'm doing. You ain't got no time to really work with the crowd.
No, you don't. Yeah, you can't really play around. Like you gotta just like because otherwise you'll run out of time. And you want to end strong. You want it to be tight and punchy. You know?
Yeah, facts. So. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was at Thick Skin last week. I got on and like I ran out of time. And I was like, fuck, because
You only get 4 at the end.
I think so, yeah,
Okay.
about 4, and I was,
Okay,
and like,
yeah,
yeah, I afraid they cut me off, bro, and I was like, fuck, and I was trying to like, I didn't see the light. That's the biggest thing. I didn't see the light.
Was
but,
it downtown?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't see the light, and I was just like, fuck, like, oh man, I felt bad. I was like, oh man, because I don't want to be that person who
No,
like
yeah,
overdoes the
totally.
like who overdoes their time. Like, I want to stick to my time, but also like want to like at least end on a good note.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
And like Comedy Works, like if you're doing well, then like it's kind of different than other shows because like
Yeah.
other shows like you can be a little bit like you can be killing and just like let it ride and like you can go like another minute over your time or something. Like no one's gonna like
Right, yeah, no, but like they
no
was
one's gonna care if you're doing well. But like at Comedy Works, they're like, nope. Even if you're doing well, you gotta keep it to 4.
Right.
So it's like you're really trying to do 3.
Yeah, really, yeah.
And then
for
you're
real.
just like, if I'm doing well in that 3, then it should land me at 4.
Right.
But it's
I
just
gotta
such a
wrap it up.
different thing, dude. Like, yeah, I just did a New Talent a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I saw the light, and I was like, oh, like I was right at the end of my joke.
Yeah.
So I see the light, so I like start talking really fast, and usually I let this part of the joke like kind of linger a little bit longer,
Yeah.
and like let those get some laughs. But like this at this point, I was just like, gotta wrap it up. So I go, and then like act out. Thank you so much. Good night. You know, like,
that's tough, bro.
and I made it under, but like just barely, I think. Like,
yeah. I mean, but then like it's just kind of like. That's like where I feel like it's okay to like kind of go over your time just a little bit, because then like it'll leave the people wanting more. But then it's just like, oh well, that's time.
But not if there's like, if you have like 15 seconds left and you get cut off, but they're loving it.
Yeah,
I've seen that go well.
Yeah.
I've seen people be like, you know,
right.
But
It's the
dang,
like I'm looking for the maybe not the like. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, don't want that. But like, yeah, the
but if you
odds
have
are bad.
5 seconds left or 3 seconds left,
Yeah,
and you just miss a word or something, they're like, oh my gosh, like that's killer.
Literally trying to wrap it up.
Yeah.
That's another hard thing about comedy, like trying to wrap up a joke.
Yeah.
Having that solid 5. I mean, like then it's just like you're doing, and it's so hard to like know when to put up the that fourth wall, when to take it down. Like, you know, like
when you include them, kind of.
Yeah, because it's important, because like it's so weird. Like it's like compared to acting, whereas like in a play on stage,
they're not there.
They're not there. You're just doing your thing. You're not worried about them.
Right.
You're just worried about your scene and what you're on.
And what your character is doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
what they're focusing on.
You're listening.
Right. You're listening.
You're listening to your scene partner, or like.
Right. You're not listening to give a fuck about the audience. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
But like as far as the audience, you have to do your joke, and sometimes you have to. I think it's like important to put up the fourth wall.
Right.
But also, it's like a two-way window.
Definitely.
Where you're seeing them, seeing the reactions, and then like when to press the button, like, okay, y'all niggas didn't like this. What's up? Yeah. Like what's up with that? Y'all don't like fucking. Y'all don't watch. Y'all don't watch anime. What the fuck's up with that?
You gotta figure out what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that's a good skill to have, because if you acknowledge that, then then it shows that you're present and you're in the room.
Yeah, and plus, like, I feel like every comedian has to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
Especially if you're doing
like
an hour. Yeah, like a whole ass hour. Like, you gotta at least check it. Like, okay, do y'all like this? Because I can keep going. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think
that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's like especially I've seen people when they do an hour, like you gotta, like, you can't go too long without checking in.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise they're gonna
need it.
Yeah, they need to know that you're listening to them too, and you're in the room with them.
Right.
Otherwise they might as well just be watching TV.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And it's just like, I don't like that. Like, it's just, you can have banger jokes, but like that crowd, like at least like a one little drop of crowd work would work. You know what I'm saying? Or just like, or at least acknowledge like how the room is. Like the acknowledgement of the room is like so important. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's one of the things that like is just, that's the hardest part about comedy, because not only are you on stage being vulnerable, you're also having to like talk to people that you wouldn't even have a conversation with in a day-to-day basis. You know?
Yeah.
Like I had a show where I was talking to a lawyer. Like, I didn't know he was a lawyer, but like he was like kind of standoffish at first. Like, and like I kind of I like tried to break the ice with him. I was like, oh, like I think I did a joke about like big booty energy or something like that. It was like, oh, you
Yeah.
into big booties or whatever.
Right.
And then like his wife was like, oh no, he's a lawyer. And no, like kind of, I feel like she was trying to shut it down. I'm like, he's a lawyer. He doesn't look at asses.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks people in the eyes.
It's so funny when people like give you unnecessary information.
Right,
They're
bro.
like,
Like,
he's
okay.
a lawyer.
That doesn't mean he don't like big asses.
Yeah,
Bro. And then like,
that's the best kind of crowd. We're gonna just
Yeah.
give you the ammunition. You're just
Yeah.
like, thank you so much.
yeah, at least they give me something.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
real,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Then out of nowhere, he was like, hey, give me some titty. That was hilarious. I was talking about
He said
about body.
that?
Yeah, he said that,
That's
bro.
so
It was
funny.
wild. He was like, give me some titty.
He's a titty man.
Yep. And so am I. Yeah. Yeah. So and it's good. It's cool to like unite the world through that.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, comedy
Yeah.
brings people together.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out comedy, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out my
dude.
nigga comedy and Jabbar.
Yeah.
For sure.
How do you what about like an emotional milestone or like a like a personal one,
An emotional
like
what?
or like a milestone, like a growth for JoJo, big moment for you.
I mean, getting off of probation, bro. That shit. I think
Oh,
that shit was
shit.
ass. Because, like, I got a DUI, thus the rollerblades. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That was a big part of it. I don't think
Yeah.
I would have had rollerblades if it wasn't for that. But just getting off that and, like, also just, just certain, like, yeah, just getting through that, bro. That shit sucks.
Totally.
It's
Yeah,
like-
that's
it's like-
huge.
it's like a whole ass.
That I can't even. I know a lot of people have gone through it, but
Yeah,
man,
it's
dude.
tough, bro. And
Dude.
like to be off it, like, and not have to worry about calling a fucking a station every day. Be
Dude.
like, cause you have to call. How mine was set up, you had to call this phone number every day to see if you had to like even pee.
Yeah.
And most of the times you wouldn't have to, but then like there would be that one day where like you fucking take a little, make me like, oh man, that's just one sip, like I'll be okay. And then the next day it's like you are required to test. And
Of
I'm
course,
like, fuck.
Of course, that's how
So
the
now-
universe
yeah,
works.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So now I'm just like, fuck, and let me just down this water. Like it was just so stressful. Because also like it was also like I had to like fucking scratch and scrape to make sure I can get straight like exact amount of like money to fucking pay for this stupid ass
For real.
stupid ass UAs, bro. And also had to like pay money for these classes and like part of me is like thankful for it because I'm just like, okay, I don't want to do that shit again.
Yeah,
feel
you're a
me?
bigger
But-
person for it now.
Right, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I mean, I look at drinking a lot different, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just like be more safe with it. Like,
Yeah.
I was a lot more reckless back then, and like I'm just glad to like be able to be more mature within like the drinking culture. Because I mean, we're in like kind of late night life where like a lot of people are drinking, and I'm able to kind of see a little bit like from a different lens of like,
Sure.
like oh, okay, this person's being reckless. I could see like where they kind of went wrong. Like, oh, okay, that's not really a good idea, but I can see why you would make it because I would have made it in my
I see. Yeah.
past life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you were like sober pretty much for that whole period, right?
Yeah, for the most part, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for real,
I had
yeah.
my hiccups, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah. But like now, like I bet you, because like I sometimes go into a room and it's like, I'm not gonna make it through this without drinking something. You
Yeah,
know? Like, like if I'm sitting at an open mic for a long time, like I'm probably having a beer, especially a mic. If it's a show
Oh,
and I
my
know
goodness.
I'm going up,
I can only
I always
imagine,
wait
yeah.
until after my set. Like, yeah, but like, those long nights is like, well, I'm here to enjoy myself. Like, I want to have a beer,
Yeah.
but like, I look at you sober cats or like mostly sober cats, and like, I'm like, that's tough. That takes a lot of self control and like
Yeah.
a lot of discipline
Yeah,
to
no doubt.
stick with it.
For
you
real.
know?
For real, bro. And like that like literally like they say I think they see it from a different like, and even when I was sober for a while, I was like, damn, like I could see like you could see like on the outside, oh, I don't really need it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like and like even now, like sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to drink right now. Like I had maybe one, and like I'll be good because
For
then
sure.
because it costs like it like
It's
especially
so
at a bar,
expensive,
dude.
yeah.
It could be hella expensive just to
Dude,
drink, dude.
Dude,
Like,
that's why I'm usually pretty happy with like just my one beer after a show.
yeah,
Like that
for sure.
That's my little
Oh,
treat. And
Oh yeah, especially
yeah.
after show.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Like it's like
Yeah.
feels like I earned it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, fuck yeah, I get to
Right.
enjoy like whoever the headliner is or whatever, and
Right,
like
yeah.
hang out with people in the back, and like
It hits different when
It
it's
hits
like
different.
when you wait for a while.
yeah,
for sure.
totally.
Especially like
Yeah.
after a long day,
Yeah,
and then like you're just getting stuff done and then you being productive and just like I've earned this beer.
For real. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like it's good to have that feeling and like to continuously have it, like, cause yeah, I used to just like buy whole ass bottles,
For sure. Yeah.
and like Saturdays, like on Saturday nights, I would just like buy like a bottle to myself, not like a big bottle, but like one of those medium sized bottles,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tequila,
Yeah.
and I would have like a chaser with myself and just fucking be by myself about the night, cause I'm more of like a lone wolf, like I'm a loner when it comes to like going out and about and just being myself, and this was like before.
I
think it was
get
before
I
I
get
was in
what you
comedy.
mean. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like to like.
This was before you were in comedy.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
This was before, like, and like it's crazy because like I got my DUI right after a show that I was in, and had to do the same show the next day. But like, I didn't have my phone because like I left it in my car, which they towed, and then like I know, dude, bro, it sucks so bad.
Oh,
And then like I woke up in the hospital. And I was like, nigga, this is not like Scrubs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where the fuck is Turk? Nigga, where's my nigga JD? It was just boring as shit, bro.
This isn't Scrubs.
Yeah, bro. There's no
boring.
Yeah.
Nobody's hot.
Nah, dude. No one's hot. There's no janitor, bro. It's fucking ass,
There's
bro.
no drama.
Yeah, bro. It's just like everybody. It's just fucking beeps and people answering phone calls. Like this is fucking. This
It's
sucks.
just an office.
Yeah, and I had to walk home, bro. Nigga, I had to walk home from the
Oh
hospital,
my
dog.
God.
That shit sucked ass, bro.
Yeah,
It
dude.
wasn't it at all.
Oh, bad day.
Oh yeah, no,
Bad
and then
day.
like and then I'm pretty sure I had a concussion. I don't know if that like only paperwork I had was just like, hey yo, this is you got a DUI, nigga, be in court this date. And then I mean I'm pretty sure my head was bumping the whole day. It was crazy is that like that same night, like to make me feel better, I drank a beer and I felt better, which was like wow, what the fuck kind of ironic shit.
I
Is
know.
that?
Yeah.
But no, like that was just a good learning lesson of just not just that, like, don't drink and drive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't get on if you're dumb sauce, like just acknowledge your dumb sauce.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about like some of the theater and acting that you do and like what you've kind of learned from those experiences. What you got going on, I'm curious about it.
Yes, right now I'm in does it take like is it gonna be out in like 2 weeks or a week?
Fucking Wednesday.
Okay, cool. So, yeah.
if I'm good enough.
Yeah, all right.
If I got it put together enough, we'll see.
No worries for sure. No worries. Hell yeah. I believe you. Hell yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a play called Inheritance Kitchen, and it's a play basically about like it's like taking you through the lives of three different families, through three different eras in Park Hill,
Okay.
or like the 5 Points area. And like what families like had to experience within 5 Points.
Oh wow.
Within these different decades. So like one's in the 70s, one's in like the like 50s, I believe, and one's in the 80s. And I'm in the 80s with my uncle, and we're basically having to I don't want to give too much away, but like
Sure.
we're basically going through different family problems and like learning how to come together through these issues and struggles. And so and it's like, and then it's immersive experience. It's not like your normal like play on stage. So like it's like the audience is walking through this it's like basically like walking through a time machine.
Whoa.
And it's at Sakura Square, which was another like a historic landmark for the Japanese community, where they would a lot of different stores that a lot of the Japanese community would be a part of. So shout out Sakura Square. I think they're about to have a renovation. About to have a renovation here soon. So like it's gonna, I definitely say like experience some history before like it's probably gonna be gone.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know how the whole renovation's gonna go, but it's cool to be a part of, because like I never knew like that place was so special, especially to some of the people like who were a part of it. Like there's a Japanese store that's underneath the where we're performing at, that like has like a lot of like dope Japanese cuisines.
Nice.
And it's really cool to be a part of, man.
Yeah,
like,
that sounds cool.
Like, yeah,
sounds like it's like all like kind of Denver based, like
Mm-hmm.
Probably written by somebody who knows a lot about the history and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Shout out Courtney Osaki. I think I'm sorry if I'm getting her name wrong, but Courtney Osaki. If it's not Osaki, I'm sorry. But yeah, Courtney, she's amazing. She's fucking awesome. And James Brunt and I'm forgetting the other names, but yeah, James Brunt, Courtney, love you guys. They're pretty awesome. They're the writers who did it, and it's just cool to be a part of that, like part of like a little bit of part of history and like just a slice of life to be in that. And, it's cool to just be like find different characters and like find like different people to play. You know what I mean? And just kind of explore like finding yourself within a different like type of person, especially as a performer. Like I feel like it's important to know how to switch it on and switch it off, because there'll be times where I'm like it's tough for me to like get into that mode of like, okay, I need to not be Jojo or Josiah, like, you know what I'm saying? I have to be someone else. I have to be his character.
Yeah, acting's different beasts for sure.
Yeah, man. And
you can kind of bring yourself to stand up like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can, and you could bring your whole self into it,
right?
Like,
yeah,
totally. But like to bring like different characters into it and like to really commit to them on stage, like it's tough. Like I never really explored that. I mean, I've done it before, but I wasn't like, I was just fucking around. I wasn't like I didn't do any like solid impressions, like no, like, or Mudbone or fucking, I've never done that. That's something I would like to explore.
Yeah,
like within stand up, like bringing a whole different character out. I think Tanner Black was something I was trying to think of doing. Yeah, he speaks fluent dude, bro, and like his parents are the Blacks, but like that's just their last name. I don't know. It's something I'm fucking with. But sure. Man. Yeah, it's just beautiful to be able to like go into different characters and like at first, like, cause at first, like, there was one character I played in Scottsboro Boys, which is like a musical I was in, and it was like a musical about the Scottsboro 5. Yeah, Scottsboro 9.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know have you heard of Central Park 5?
No.
So Central Park 5 was like a that was it was a group of like black men who were like falsely accused of raping a woman. Like none of them did it, but they were all like accused that they did it. And Donald Trump, even like around that time, this was like in the 90s or early 2000s, but like Donald Trump like put out a whole like newspaper ad to like give these motherfuckers the death sentence, and it was like, but they didn't do it like at all, like
whoa,
completely innocent. So like rewind back, that was like in the 90s, right, or like 80s or 90s. So like, but rewind back, like there was basically the same situation. 9 black men being falsely accused of raping a woman, and they like it was all just a story that those women put on in the Scottsboro 9. Whereas like the Central Park 5, someone did it, but like it wasn't them at all. It had nothing to do with it. But yeah, I was in a play called the Scottsboro Boys, which was like about the Scottsboro 9.
Okay.
And like, I played this one character. I think his name's Olin, and like he this motherfucker was the snitch, bro, and I didn't fuck with that nigga at all. Nigga, fuck that nigga, bro. Because I don't fuck with snitching, bro, as far as that's concerned. But like I had to like kind of swallow my pride, JoJo Pride. But yeah, no, I had to swallow my pride, like to like actually play that character and like tell his story. You know what I'm saying? Put my pride aside in order for like to let the story be told. You know what I mean? And that was just kind of hard for me to like really do. And plus, like it was kind of hard to like it was like somewhat of it was like a minstrel show / like show, and that was kind of hard to do too, because like minstrel shows like were like a big part of like
what is that?
A minstrel show? You ever heard of like, so you ever like see like people doing like blackface? Like, like when like back in the days, like when like white people do blackface and be like, oh, look at me, like that was like America's prime time of like entertainment, you know what I mean? like literally, like that was like in the 1930s, like that was like they were like one of the best forms of entertainment.
I know.
As far as like putting on blackface, putting on black car,
the vaudeville shit.
Yeah, exactly. So like that was something like I had to be a part of, and it didn't feel great, but then like I realized like it was like for the story of it and like kind of like touching base on it. You know?
Sometimes it's always not. You're not always playing the good guy or like the favorite character. Like it's telling a story, so like you gotta play the part You
Right,
know, like
exactly.
you can't
Yeah.
you can't be like, but
Yeah.
what if I didn't do that though?
Yeah. Let me
But
just
it's not
not do
you
this.
though.
Yeah.
It's your
Exactly.
like that's
Right.
not you doing. It's the character.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the character, and like having to like separate the two is like can be a little. At first, it was tough, but now I'm just
Yeah.
realizing like it's not about you; it's about the story. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's like just have to just swallow your pride and just be able to really like be the character for the story.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of that's one part of acting that like I'm starting to like learn more about and like kind of learn like I think most of it is just finding yourself within the character and then letting that character be himself and like finding out like okay what would this character do in this situation, you know what I mean, and like
Yeah.
how would they how would they break down this situation, how would they react to this, how would they respond to this, because
Mm.
like because they are like this for some reason, that because they have a story, so how am I going to figure out their story, like how can I relate to their story and make it make sense for the audience. So yeah,
Damn.
that's just one of the things I'm doing, just been being able to realize through my journey in like acting. It's tough, bro.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
especially having to like do that and then and then talk about fucking
I know.
dick
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah. Big booty energy.
Yeah, talking about big booty energy, big titty
Yeah,
energy.
for real.
Like it's just, but like it's soothing because it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, let's come back to
You
the
get to
real
have
world.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
get to
yeah.
have both of those outlets, you know?
Yeah,
That's
man.
fun.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So you've listened to the show before, so I assume you know
Yeah.
the theme, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have a stretch yourself story? Stretching out beyond your comfort zone
Oh,
in
yeah,
any
wait,
kind of
hold up.
fashion?
Like with a moment where I was out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, and what you learned, what you
Uh,
came out the other side with.
Oh fuck! I wasn't ready for this part. I think where was I out of my comfort zone? I think there was a moment where I was on this leadership summit with the Crowley Foundation. Shout out the Crowley Foundation.
What is
Justice for
this?
Jalen. So this is a program for young men of color, basically prepping them for college and prepping them for leadership, between like middle school all the way to high school. I
Wow.
was in this program, I was in this program since I was like in 8th grade,
Okay.
and like there's like it's like a year long thing. There's leadership summits where the middle school and high school boys go to a college campus and just learn the ins and outs of college and what it looks like, and understand it, and like are able to really figure out what it's like. And uh, yeah, I was a part of this one summit, and like I realized like something about myself, like where I would kind of shut down one of my fellow like brothers, like or one of my fellow like mates, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, like people. So like we're split up into different brotherhoods or groups. So like we were split up into different groups to like kind of to get to a common goal.
Okay.
And within that we were like we had a goal to like say the theme was to have a presentation about what does save 1,000 people look like. There was a year like save 1,000, or there was a year like building my own business and some stuff like that. So like there was a year like where we were all in brotherhoods, and like I didn't realize like how I was like kind of pushing somebody's opinion to the side,
Hmm.
and like but then like one of my mentors kind of brought it to light, and like it was just like a moment where I was like, oh fuck, like I can't believe that I've been doing that to myself. You know what I mean? I've been like I've been unsubconsciously like I've been subconsciously like just kind of like not giving a fuck about what he has to say, or just like not caring about his word.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that was just like a real come to earth moment. It was like, wow, like I really need to like not like really take into mind like what other people on my team and other people who are in my corner are saying, and not really
Hmm.
pushing, like not undermine it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Truly acknowledge.
That's a big lesson to learn in leadership, I think.
Yeah, man. There's so
Or
many
just
different
being
moments.
a part of a team. I
Yeah,
think.
for real. Yeah, and like really, like truly, like listening to everybody's perspective and like seeing like what, not shooting it down immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what that looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So
like,
like you guys would be like, what's like an activity that you guys would be doing, or what's the common goal?
There's just so many. Like just basically like uh there's one where trying to think. There's so many. Like this has been going on for like
Yeah, sure.
several years. But I think there's one where I mean it's just really just understanding like life a little bit better and like getting better perspectives about life. So there's
Sure.
one. I mean I guess this is a good exercise. It's not the best example, but like there's
Okay.
an exercise like uh where I don't even know if it's an exercise. It's more like just a lesson, but it's basically like something we learned. Have you ever heard like the tape, like as far as like virginity relating to like a piece of
Yeah,
tape?
Michael Isaacs has a good joke about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it was like we went over that. You know what I'm saying? We're like, it's like, oh, your virginity is like a piece of tape, and every time you have sex, you stick it and you take it off. And it's just like, yeah, I forget how his punchline goes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of them. And like, I'm trying to think of like, I can't think of like
Or like, so what kind of like team activities would there
a
be?
team
Are you doing
activities.
like obstacle courses, or like are you trying to
Nah,
like
it's more like
build a tower out of straws or something?
nah, it's more like I mean there, fuck, damn, I'm not doing this good justice. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I've tried. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right
For
now.
sure.
But as far as like team exercises going, like literally like we're all like the whole week is dedicated to having a presentation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like when we're going into our brotherhoods, we're talking about like okay, for instance, yeah, there's one year where we had different badges that we were trying to achieve, like badges of discipline and knowledge and like um family
Gotcha.
and like just going over those different
It's like Boy Scouts,
yeah, in a sense,
but
yeah, boys to men, ABC, BBD, yeah, but nah, yeah, boys to men summit, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, we're basically like learning yeah. So as far as like becoming an ambassador, we had to learn like the importance of like family,
Yeah.
leadership, scholarship, and
Totally. Yeah.
you know I'm paying it forward and a lot
Yeah.
just the
Good
key.
virtues.
Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure. And like that we spend like long nights,
Oh yeah.
long ass
Oh yeah.
nights, like learning this shit, learning
Yeah.
like the basics and like just
Totally.
fucking yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
I was in Boy Scouts, and I went to Christian summer camps and stuff like that. So like I get
yeah,
the premise of that, and I was in a fraternity, so
for
like
sure.
they also had similar things, and like
Yeah,
brotherhood, and like
right.
going like we had a thing called the summit, but that was for like they would fly like leadership roles, like if you were like on the exec board to the headquarters in Indiana,
Hmm.
and like you would like do workshops and like you know attend lectures and round tables where you would
Yeah,
talk about what's going on in your chapter and stuff like that. So like I get like kind of the environment that it was
yeah,
like. Yeah. So
yeah.
like people would like kind of like shout out ideas and stuff, and then you
Yeah,
you were kind of unconsciously like what would that look like? You were just like yeah. Anyways,
yeah,
thanks,
literally.
Brian. Like
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so this is what we're really gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're like, yeah, thanks for your punk ass input. Anyway,
Yeah.
fuck what he's saying. We're gonna do this, but like, yeah. And then
Okay.
I realized
Someone
that,
pointed that out to you though.
yeah,
They,
yeah.
they,
And then like
they
it was
noticed
like a
that.
big like, whoa, what the fuck? I was just
Damn.
fucking just dissing my brother like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It was
Totally.
just like,
Yeah.
oh wow, and it's just like
How old were you? Do you think?
I was like 14, maybe 15,
Yeah.
like 16, something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? I was like in high school,
Yeah.
in the early days, high school.
I
You
feel
know what I'm
like a
saying?
lot of growing up is kind of those unveiling moments of like a lot of like moments like that where you're like, oh yeah, I'm not the only person that
Yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
have to think about, or that other people got other shit going on.
Yeah.
And when you're young, like you're the center of the universe,
Right,
like you
yeah.
only think about you and what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you I think you start to think about other people more, and you become more empathetic. And like like sounds like it's one of those moments where
Yeah.
you,
It was, it was like a moment. It was like a moment where I was just like, oh shit, like I'm like not, I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's
I'm
nice
oh,
when
like
someone
yeah.
points it out to you too.
Yeah, and actually like points it out to where I
Yeah.
could understand it too. Like
Yeah.
because there's times where people be like, "You're wrong," like, "Oh, whatever, shut up, bitch, whatever." I don't fuck
Yeah,
what you
but
talking
he
about.
was
Yeah,
one
but
of your
like no,
mentors,
right? No,
and
no,
so
yeah,
you respected his opinion, so you were able
exactly.
to absorb that feedback and be like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and like even with that, like any type of feedback is good feedback, which I've learned. Like, any type of anybody telling you something about that or stuff about yourself, like it's something to at least take a little note to, and like, well, it's something to take note of, and like you do with it what you will. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So like,
exactly, yeah,
even somebody saying one little thing about my performance or about my like the way I act, like okay, like
sure,
it's something to, like at least
something you can learn from.
right, yeah, like okay, like I should at least acknowledge that and like do with that what I
Yeah,
will. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
But
get
like,
that a lot for stand up, where like,
mhm.
I get off stage and then someone says, "Oh, that joke," like,
Right,
and they
yeah,
give you their input on the
yeah.
joke, and then you go,
Oh man, I love that.
yeah, sometimes it's like great and it's like
Hmm.
I love that. I'm glad that you
Yeah.
because that's what I was going for.
Hmm.
And then sometimes it's like, oh, you didn't really understand the
Right.
premise
Yeah.
that I was trying to convey. And so like that's useful too because then you can
Uh
go,
huh.
okay, so this part isn't really getting across to some people.
Hmm.
So I need
Yeah.
to change it to make it better so people
Right.
can understand it better.
Right. Yeah. To
Yeah.
like make it more universal. Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
like it's like some tags I'll take. Sometimes tags I'll like keep in mind.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
won't like yeah. I
Same.
won't yeah. I'll like oh okay. Like I can see that perspective. I won't necessarily use it, but I'll probably tweak it in there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like just being able to like just that whole experience was just like really opened my mind to like really listen to what people are saying. Like as far as like if someone's talking about my performance or anything that pertained to me, like it's something to really genuinely listen to or like keep in mind, and maybe
Yeah.
and like maybe not always like listen, like maybe not like at least hear it for what
Yeah, you
they're
take it with a
saying.
grain of salt.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. At least like take it for what it is and like, do with it what you will. As far as like I don't want to like take it to heart and be like, oh, I have to change everything now.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
real.
mean? Like, no,
Yeah.
nah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but like still like, okay, I see, I see that perspective. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Just being open to different perspectives.
for
Too.
sure.
Like, yeah, that really opened my perspective to different people's state, like how people see things. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
Shout out the Crowley Foundation.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Just a couple quick ones, and then we're out of here, dude.
Hmm.
If you had to choose one art form to perfect, what would it be?
Shit, nigga, I don't know, cuz. I don't know. I'll say comedy because I feel like because that's something you can use every day.
Yeah,
Like I'm telling jokes at my job, and telling jokes at home, telling jokes with my friends,
for sure.
and then like that always can reflect to, like my like a little slice of my life can always be on stage. So
Yeah,
definitely comedy, for
definitely.
sure,
Hell yeah,
no
dude.
doubt.
Do you have a favorite time of day?
Nigga. I say, I would say like between like I have two. I say when I'm up early, I say like at least like around like 6 o'clock is a good time because the sun's coming up and like I have like a lot of time to myself and like I'm able to like really like if I want to go on a walk, it could be good enough.
It's prime
Like,
time.
yeah,
It's
prime
good.
time for real, bro.
Yeah,
But I don't be waking up that much.
I
Like
know.
that,
Yeah, dude.
So
Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I say like either there or like maybe around like maybe two to like 4 because that's like kind of the time where like people are taking a break and
Hmm.
like it's kind of in the middle of the day and like it's
Yeah.
not people aren't trying to get home but like either you're on a break from work or either you're just not doing anything and you're able to just kind of fuck around.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
you have free space to fuck around before like it's nighttime. It's just like, oh, okay, it's time to get ready for the evening. Like that's a good time to like kind of get
Yeah.
kind of decompress from
Yeah,
stuff.
those are both times that just kind of have free reign of like what you want to
Mhm.
do. Like you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, no
Like
doubt.
yeah, because like those other times during the day, you kind of have like a schedule or an obligation to like be
Mhm.
doing something. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Because like I feel like prime time for doing stuff like 5 is like everybody's getting off.
Yeah.
But like
Getting ready to go to the thing or
yeah,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
And then like 6 is like people are done and like that's when other stuff is starting.
Right.
As far as like like shows and
Right.
stuff like that, or like people are that's like the time of this dinner or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Events are happening.
Yes.
Like shit is happening.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting ready for shit to happen. But like, 2, like maybe like 1 to like 4, that's like the time to kind of decompress or maybe, kind of chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's prime time, like brunch hours.
Yeah,
right
for
there.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. Although brunch is a bitch and fucking, I work in restaurants and that shit sucks. But,
yeah, for real.
Yeah, do what you do.
Yeah, for real. Do you have a favorite road snack or a snack that you like to keep on
bro,
you?
fucking sunflower seeds, bro.
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Like
Big sunflower seeds
bro,
guy.
it's super sunflower. Like I love an empty bottle. Like an empty bottle, because that's I found my spit cup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love a good spit cup,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Sunflower seeds are where it's at, nigga.
Yeah.
I have a whole ass sunflower seed like next to my bed, and like,
hell yeah.
it's kind of.
Do you have a favorite flavor, or do you go original?
Oh, I go dill, baby, all the
Dill,
way.
yeah,
Dill
dude.
and then ranch if like
For
I
real.
can't find dill, but
Oh yeah.
they go hard.
they do go hard.
How about you?
Road snack?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Like if it's a long trip, or if I want something that has like I like Cheez-Its or like Pringles, there's something that like has some time, I'm not gonna finish it all like really fast. And then I like to savor like some sour Skittles.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
those bust.
Yeah, they bust. Yeah,
I mean they're bust, but like you can't have too much.
Yeah, because they fuck up your mouth. Yeah,
which
so
is so weird. Like,
I know.
How the fuck is that happening?
Yeah, that's why I only like to have like a third of a bag, and then I bundle it up and I save it.
Oh yeah, and then that little third of the bag goes hard. Too.
Oh yeah, that bottom third. Yeah, dude.
And then you have to savor it. Yeah,
yeah.
No doubt.
Do you have a favorite sad time song or artist?
I mean Mac Miller for sure.
Oh yeah, that's
Mac Miller go hard. That he got me through my like first like high school breakup. Oh nigga, man. The fucking Divine Feminine went crazy. Yeah. Him and like I guess Mac DeMarco too.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Max.
Oh dude, yeah, the Max boy.
Yeah, the Max, bro. Yeah,
those are both great answers, dude. Yeah,
the Max, bro. They go hard, and like that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a song by like Simply Red called "I'll Keep Holding On," but like. Fuck that. Let that shit go. Let that shit go, dog. I mean, but I don't know. Like, I think about love, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like sadness when it pertains to love, I think like it's important to like to hold on a little bit. You know what I mean? It's so weird.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, let go to most of the shit, but like, I still got the pictures.
Your little thing for you. Yeah, that's part of who you are. That's your history.
Yeah, but I mean, that's I don't know. Do you still have like pictures of your exes or anything like that? Or I'm just weird. I'm just weird.
Maybe like way in like because I've had Google Photos backed up since like 2016. So like every photo I've ever taken on my phone gets backed up into the cloud.
Right.
So technically, yeah.
But like, would you like you don't really care to like go through it and delete it?
No, not for my high school girlfriend. Yeah, like that.
Right.
That
your high school sweetheart.
That was the one where I was like, I want no evidence of this.
Right. Yeah. Nah,
but I mean, yeah, I don't really think about the other ones too much.
I feel you. Yeah. I mean, if there is a spark there, then I'll keep it. But I don't know. I just think that's just beautiful.
Maybe you're just a romantic guy, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like
I don't
it.
know. I just be wanting to fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, but I be loving hard sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
But yeah,
Love that.
Yeah. Fuck love sometimes. Bro.
Yeah.
Shit, you should be sucking sometimes. That's why I be inside. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love you though. Yeah.
Love you too, dog.
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
thanks so much for doing the pod,
Thank
man.
you, bro. It's an honor to be here.
This is great.
For real. You are.
Hell yeah. Stay stretched. Oh, where can people find you, dude? Where and your play and stuff. Plug that.
So you can find my information. Inheritance Kitchen. It's happening at Sakura Square. Last week in April. Come out and see it. Thursday through Sunday. You can find me at Diggity Dope Jojo. Diggity Dope Jojo. No diggity, no doubt. But Diggity Dope Jojo on Instagram and YouTube. Jojo Pride on Facebook if you're old and have that shit.
And Sick and Tied.
Yeah, and Sick and Tied. Yeah, follow
Instagram.
Sick and Tied on Instagram as well. And follow Denver Gong Show. Gong Show every Tuesday at Lions Lair.
Yep.
And yeah, bro, come fuck with your boy one time for the one time.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out Raspberry Cat Productions.
Let's go, dude.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
and
Thank you, bro.
it's an honor to be here, bro. Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
likewise,
Truly
man. We
appreciate
tell
it.
the people to stay stretchy,
Hell yeah, stay stretchy,
folks.
stretch it out.
Stretch it out, baby.
Hell yeah.
Catch you next time.